And what are the global events that made headlines, Harsh?
Well, yes, we'll switch over to what global cues, or rather global events indicate. Britain and the European Union have reached an agreement on the new trade rules in Northern Ireland in an attempt to resolve a thorny issue that has fueled post-Brexit tensions in Europe and on the island of Ireland. The deal could potentially resolve the issue of imports and border checks in Northern Ireland, one of the most challenging and controversial aspects of the United Kingdom split from the EU. Northern Ireland is a part of the UK but shares a land border with the Republic of Ireland, an EU member state.
And 1 week after President Biden visited Kyiv to reaffirm enduring support against the Russian invasion, US Treasury Janet Yellen visited the Ukrainian capital on Monday to emphasize the United States' commitment to providing the money Ukraine needs to operate its government as the war enters a second year. The trip is a part of a concerted diplomatic push by Biden administration to show support for Ukraine while maintaining pressure on Russia. The Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken will visit two former Soviet Union republics this week and is expected to urge them to maintain their distance from Russia as well as China.
Well, and moving on, new orders for key US manufactured capital goods increased more than expected in January, while shipments of those so-called core goods rebounded, suggesting that businesses are willing to spend on equipment, and that has picked up at the start of the first quarter of calendar year 23. Orders for non-defense capital goods, excluding aircraft, a closely watched proxy for business spending plans, rose around 0.4% last month. The Commerce Department has suggested this. These so-called core capital good orders dropped around 0.33% in December.
And First Lady Jill Biden is suggesting that President Biden is closing in on a 2024 re-election campaign, saying in interviews that there are few things that would prevent the 80-year-old president from seeking a second term. Jill Biden did not hesitate when asked if there were any chance her husband would not run for elections in 2024. The First Lady emphasized it ultimately is a decision that is up to her husband and left an opening for him to decide against a run as well.
Well, and quickly moving on, company specific, video chat company Zoom reported a stellar Q4 earnings number, to which the shares of the company climbed 8%. Zoom beat expectations and offered an optimistic earnings guidance for the year as well.
And Elon Musk has yet again gained his spot as the world's richest person. This comes after briefly losing the title to France's Bernard Arnault. Musk's wealth has been buoyed by a nearly 70% surge in Tesla Inc.'s stock price this year. It's up about 100% from its intraday low on January the 6th. Meanwhile, the company is said to have benefited from more demand for its electric vehicles after cutting prices on several models.
Well, and sticking to Tesla, Tesla's plant near Berlin is now producing 4,000 cars per week, the company said, 3 weeks ahead of schedule. Output from the plant is now a third of Model Y output in Shanghai, where Tesla planned to keep an average total output of around 13,000 units per week.